So we all know that July the 19th is a day of freedom this year, but if you're applying for dentistry, you really need to make sure you maximise your summer, and I'm going to tell you how. So if you're new here, hi, my name's Faris, and I'm a 4th year dental student currently studying in London, and I make videos to help guide dental students reach their fullest potentials, and give applicants an insight into the crazy world of dentistry. Today I'm going to be telling you the best ways to boost your dental applications over the summer so that you can stand out from the crowd. And if you enjoy this video, I really appreciate it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and smash the notification down below so you can stay up to date with all my videos. And now let's drill right into it. So the first thing that's really important for you to do during the summer is understanding why you're doing what you're going to do. Now I know this probably sounds a little bit wishy-washy and over the top, but trust me, it's really important to understand your why before you embark in anything in the summer. And don't worry, I will be telling you the exact ways to improve during this video, because the thing is, a lot of people just do a load of different extracurriculars and work experience and volunteering because that's just what they've been told to do, and they think it's really going to make them stand out in their application. But sorry to break it to you, every single person that has a fighting chance is doing the same thing that you're going to do. They're all doing the extracurricular activities, they're all doing this volunteering and work experience. The people that really stand out aren't the ones that just complete the action, but the ones that can reflect and understand why they're completing that action and why it makes them a better dental applicant. There's no point telling the university you want to apply to, oh, I did 2 months of volunteering at a care home, if you don't really understand the reasons why you're doing it and why it's actually made you improve and made you a better candidate. Finding your why means looking into the activities that you're going to do during the summer and understanding how it directly impacts you and your personal development. You really need to break down each activity you want to do and identify the exact reasons why it's going to make you a better dental student. This is a very beneficial exercise that is going to make writing a personal statement a lot easier, and you'll sound a lot more fluid in your interviews. So before you try and do any type of extracurricular activity or anything that you want to stand out in your application, really try to write down all the different reasons why it's going to make you stand out compared to everyone else and how it's going to allow for your personal development. My next tip to maximize your summer is to sculpt yourself into the perfect candidate. In order for you to optimize your summer, you need to make sure that everything that you do has a purpose for your application. A lot of people have this issue where they're like, oh, I don't really know what I need to do, I don't know how to stand out. But to be honest with you, it's a lot easier than it's made out to be. All you really need to do is go into your different university websites and look at the different qualities that they're looking for. A lot of the universities will say in the interview section that they're trying to test for manual dexterity or critical thinking, etc. There's always a set of values or a set of skills that they really want to screen for. So once you've collated all these different skills and attributes that the universities are looking for, all you need to do is write down an example where you've shown each of these skills or attributes. If you find that you're missing things, or if you find you haven't represented leadership or teamwork or something like that, that means you need to find an activity during the summer that fills that gap. You need to understand that when you're applying for dentistry, it is a competitive course and a lot of people are doing the right things, but the way you can stand out is by sculpting yourself into the perfect candidate for the universities you're applying for. By using the university's framing, you're literally building yourself into the perfect candidate because you're using their own words to make yourself the best person possible. This is the exact framework I used for my application. I looked at all the different uni websites, looked at all the different skills, and by the end of all this process, I had multiple examples of each of the skills and attributes that the university wanted. This allowed me to showcase the fact that I was a diverse individual that had a lot of different skills. A lot of people overlook the simple fact that the universities are literally telling you what they want, and they just think, okay, I'm just going to listen to what my teachers say because that's the best way to go. Be independent and find things out for yourself. Don't just rely on what everyone else is doing. I can actually do a whole video talking about sculpting the perfect candidate, so if this interests you, let me know down in the comments below. Now here's the part where I give you some actual concrete advice as to what you can do over the summer, and that is to try and find some work experience. Now I know that this year has been very difficult to find work experience with the pandemic and everything going on. However, now that we have July 19th in sight and we can see that things are starting to open up, it might be a little bit easier to find real life work experience. Again, it is important to note that universities will acknowledge the fact that it's a bit harder this year to get work experience, and as a result they're more lenient than usual. However, I think it really shows a lot of determination and perseverance if you can secure some real life work experience. The way I recommend you do this is by contacting as many dental practices as possible. Trust me, one thing you'll learn with work experience is that it's just full of rejection. So really do try and make sure that you email as many places as possible. One thing that I think is really useful is to go in a Word document and write an email draft. Using this, you can make a general framework as to why you want to apply for this work experience, what your passions are, etc. And when you send it to all these different dental practices, all you have to do is just change the name. This will allow you to email a load of different practices to increase your chance of getting work experience. On top of this, another really good thing that you can do nowadays is utilize social media. You can use things such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Here you can talk to dentists directly, understand their passions, what they enjoy, and try and establish some rapport. As a result of this, you may be able to shadow a dentist and get some work experience. Now again, I want to make this very clear, this is a landfill of rejection and there's a massive chance you probably won't get any work experience, but don't be disheartened by this. The whole idea here is going through the process and trying to increase your chances of landing some. Alternatively, if you've tried this and you still can't find any work experience, you should go and try some virtual work experience. There's a load of websites online that offer virtual work experience. One that I would recommend is the I Want to Be a Dentist website. They offer a virtual work experience course, so you can try that out and see what it's like to be a dentist. Additionally, you can follow dentists and dental students online, and sometimes you'll find that they'll do little giveaways to do work shadow placements or just offer virtual work experience in general. Another suggestion I have for you to maximize your summer and stand out in your application is to do a charity event. Now this is a big ask, but it is such a fantastic opportunity to develop a load of skills. You can improve your leadership skills, teamwork, communication, empathy, and so much more. On top of this, you also get the added benefit that you're doing something helping others. The experience itself is very rewarding and you will learn a lot through it. You can do this by organizing an online event where you do something quite simple like a little quiz. You can do it with your friends and your family and just charge a small fee that goes towards charity. Or you can take a step further and try and organize an event in real life like a mini sports day because the weather's quite nice. But the idea here is not to get caught up in the logistics and oh my god, this sounds like such a big task, but rather to get started and really try your best to build through this charity event. Again, this is a really good learning experience, and if you can do it with a family member or a friend, it makes it so much easier. Give it a go, and as I said, it doesn't have to be a big real life event. You can still do it virtually and it'll still be absolutely fantastic. And the last thing I recommend you do to stand out in your application this summer is to learn more about dentistry. There's a load of different ways that you can improve your dental knowledge. You can do it by reading different articles online, enrolling on different courses, or even just DMing dentists and dental students that you find interesting. You can check out my Insta at FarisDent. Some places that I'd really recommend you look for some dental courses that give you a bit more knowledge are places like mooc.org or Coursera, and another site I'd recommend is called FutureLearn. Here you can find a load of different free courses that are really interesting and talk about dentistry. This will help deepen your knowledge in dentistry, give you a bit more understanding of the career, and it will really help you out in your interviews because they can ask you dental knowledge based questions. And apart from doing these online courses, you can also just read up on articles and stay up to date with dentistry. You can go onto different sites like dentistry.co.uk or youngdentist.com where you can read up on different information. And finally, you can just follow a load of different Insta pages that talk about dentistry. There's a lot of dentists and dental students on Instagram, so just make the effort to look for them. And a lot of them don't bite, so if you have any questions or something you want to talk about, just send them a DM. By doing all this, not only does it allow you to prepare more for your interview and have a bit more to talk about in your personal statement, but it prepares you for that idea of lifelong learning in dentistry and how you're always going to have to be reading the next big thing. Well, I hope that video helped you understand the importance of using your summer and standing out. If you want to see more videos talking about the dental school application process, check out this playlist I made for you here. And if you just want to see more about dentistry and what my life is like, check out this playlist over here. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.